Young and the Restless. Diane's shocking arrest sparks massive fan outrage. Young and the Restless unveils that Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, is never seen at the GCPD after her arrest. That's all happening off-screen after she's accused of stabbing Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. And it's all because Patty Williams' Stacey Hayduke said Diane did it. And Detective Bureau, Matt Cohen, took Patty's word based on zero evidence. It's kind of wild that this woman's plan to frame Diane for attacking her and stabbing Jack seems to be working. And, I mean, it is ludicrous. So, I'm seeing right now nothing but fan outrage on soap social media over this ridiculousness. We've got crazy Patty successfully framing Diane for trying to kill both her and Jack. It's insane. Young and the Restless. The flaws in Diane's arrest. Viewers know that Patty stabbed Jack in the gut and then slashed her own arms to set up Diane. And right off the bat, everybody in Genoa City, except for the detective and the DA, know that Patty is literally certifiably insane. Until very recently, Patty was getting treated by Dr. Markham, Jerry Burns, in a mental institution. The very fact that Patty has been locked away for years and has a history of mental illness and violence makes her a witness with zero credibility. Diane's only past crime was the fraud of faking her own death. So you put Patty and Diane on a scale of who can be trusted and who's likely to be violent and not, and you can see Patty shouldn't have gotten the time of day from a GCPD detective. Granted, he's new in town, but come on, there's a criminal record that he could look up for her. Patty's violent history on YNR. Patty shot Jack before trying to kill him. Nearly did it. Patty also shot Victor Newman, Eric Braden. He needed a heart transplant after that. Patty's the reason that Tracy Abbott's, Beth Maitland, daughter, Colleen, is dead. And Dr. Markham, who is holding Diane in his home, was also allowed to be a witness. Jack's whole family knows that Patty kidnapped and molested Jack just a few weeks ago. And Tracy and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, know Patty was blackmailing Jack and forced him to evict all of them from the mansion so that Patty could live there alone with Jack. That is ongoing insane behavior. Plus, both Diane and Kyle have the same exact story, that Markham was holding Diane captive at his house, and Kyle had to break in to help Diane get out. She even admitted to drugging Markham because he was holding her captive, and Kyle was there to witness this happening. Not one single Abbott has spoken out against Diane. That's another thing. Not one of them had any doubts about who attacked Jack. Every Abbott says immediately Patty did this. Yet Diane was arrested because Detective Bureau took Patty's word. Young and Restless. Poorly executed writing. In addition to it being badly written, it's also poorly executed. I mean, honestly, this feels like a low point on Young and the Restless. Diane was processed off-screen, unless I missed it. Didn't get to see her mugshot. Didn't see any evidence gathered because there's not any, it's just what we saw, which was not much. And that's just lazy on top of being so improbable that you can't even justify it by saying, okay, sometimes soaps do wild things. This is outside of that scope. Also, Kyle and Diane arrived at the mansion together. Kyle is her alibi, and despite him being her son, he's credible. He's got no history of criminality or being institutionalized. And Markham did confirm that Diane drugged him to get out of his house. So, how did the cops think that she got from Markham's place to the Abbotts, if not with Kyle? As has been stated, she's got no phone to call an Uber. Her car is not in her possession. And the Abbotts have security cameras. That has been mentioned in years past on YNR and other storylines. And I guess that's another thing the now-terminated head writer forgot. Those cameras would show Kyle and Diane arriving home together in the same vehicle, getting out of the car and going inside. That would reinforce her alibi. It's just wild how badly this is being done on Young and the Restless. Young and the Restless. Good riddance to Josh Griffith. Josh Griffith has honestly written the dumbest storyline ever that was already screwed up by the Beyond the Gates crossover mistakes. If you remember on YNR, they already had Diane missing for quite a while. Kyle was worried, and he was telling Jack that Diane was MIA from work, hadn't been sleeping in her bed at the Genoa City Athletic Club. Then, all of a sudden during the crossover, Diane was at a political fundraiser with Kyle and Jack. Happy as can be. Their marriage was blissful. They weren't estranged. And then after the crossover on the next YNR episode, We're back to Diane suddenly missing. This plot has been disastrous the whole time, and it's getting worse by the day. We've got DA Christine Williams, Laura Lee Bell, ready to charge Diane with 2 counts of attempted murder over Patty and Jack.
Come on. Christine was Patty's sister-in-law.
She knows how crazy that she is. Christine knows Patty's horrifying history of criminal insanity and her arrest and her crimes and convictions. Christine is being written as the world's dumbest district attorney on top of Detective Burrow as the world's dumbest cop. YNR fans see through the sloppy, lazy writing. Translation: Josh Griffith is the world's sloppiest, laziest, and most inept soap writer in the history of Young and the Restless. He's writing as if nobody knows Patty's history. I mean, clearly he doesn't, but soap fans don't have amnesia like these characters. Nobody in Genoa City would realistically take Patty's word for anything, especially when everybody knows that Diane went missing a while ago and that Patty kidnapped Jack quite recently. And then to top it off, Diane had a cell phone in her hand that could have dialed 911 at any time. Locked cell phones can dial 911. In fact, even if the cell service has been canceled and the phone has no coverage, it will still dial 911. Did you know that? I don't know if Josh Griffith is dumb or he thinks fans are dumb.
It's kind of hard to say at this point.